Okay, here we go.
I'd rather just study one more.
Okay, guarantee, everybody. I guarantee, really, if you, like Lauren said, if you've forgotten about slope field, don't stress. We will have a 5-minute discussion, and I promise all of you will say, oh, I can get those 2 points every single time. Every single time.
That's it.
Guaranteed. There's no way to mess it up. You do need to start with this understanding, though. I want the whole room to raise their hand, 3 pebbles. I do this all the time. In problem after problem after problem, I make an amount and a rate column. For this problem, I know right away what I should be putting in the rate column, and I know what I should be putting in the amount column. Bridget, you know what I should be putting there. What goes in which? Let's go, Laura.
The x and y's go in the amount, and the dy dx goes in the rate.
Very good. So over here is the dy dx equation. I do not have an equation for the amount, but I know that based on the fact that we're using x's and y's in the rate, that the formula over here is going to be like y equals a bunch of stuff, and somewhere in there's an x. You know, I don't know what the formula is. Or you could say f of x is maybe what we're looking for. We just don't know what that formula is. But how many knew that before we wrote it? 3 pebbles. Answer this one for 3 more. What is the purpose of that equation as it relates to this equation? Or remember, this is just a bunch of xy pairs. So this could be thought of as some sort of xy graph. Y and x, that's a terrible y. This could be thought of as some sort of xy graph. What is this formula's purpose as the formula relates to all this stuff over here in the amount column? Who knows? There we go. Let's go, Caleb.
Just gonna do the slopes.
Yep. This will calculate, so this formula will calculate the slopes of whatever this is. Like, we don't know what that looks like, but this formula here will calculate the slopes of this. How many knew that? 3 more. Okay. Do we want to talk about any of that? Okay. A slope field is not a traditional graph. A traditional graph is a bunch of dots, and the dots represent numbers. A slope field is a bunch of slashes. And every little slash represents a slope. So instead of representing a number, it represents a slope. So the way we create a slope field is we look at the dots. The dots still represent xy pairs. So like right here, let's see, what's this xy pair?
0, 1.
Good, 0, 1. So let's do the easy ones first, though. Let's make a table over here. We've got x, we've got y, and we've got dy dx. So everyone in the room, raise your hand and tell me, what would be a really good first easy choice to put in my xy here to make computing the dx dy really, really easy? What would be a really, really easy choice? Let's go over here to Xander.
0 and 1.
So I choose x equals 0 and y equal 1. Raise your hand, please, if you can tell me what goes in the third column. Come on. What goes over here? Brock. -1. Raise your hand if you knew that. 3. Okay. So that means at the point 0, 1 in the slope field, I need to be drawing a slash that has a slope of -1. So I go to the correct point and I draw the correct slope. That's what you do.
Oh, you do it for everyone? Oh.
And you do it for all of the labeled points.
Oh, okay.
And then you get your 2 points.
Do you have to show?
You do not have to show any work. You simply have to, so this is their answer. This is from the scoring
If
guidelines.
they just show the graph, are they fine?
That's it. All you got to show is that. I showed the work so you can understand what I was doing, but you don't have to show the work. Please.
So if they mess up one of them, then it's just 1 out of 2.
Say again.
If they mess up one of the lines, it's just 1 out of 2.
So all the lines are correct except for 1.
Yes.
Then they'll get 1 out of 2.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Does it ever just give us
the amount, and then we have to like take the derivative to find the slopes?
That would be a logical thing to have them do. They have never done that.
Okay,
Whenever they've done a slope field, they've always given us the differential equation, which is the rate equation.
okay,
It's a good
What if they
question.
went, what if they did, so they did the origin and one too?
So they did extra ones?
Yeah,
They wouldn't dock them for that.
okay,
They don't have to because there's no dots there, but they don't have to.
yeah, okay, they have
After
that.
that was where 2 points.
As long as it looks cool.
Here's what you should judge. Hey, everybody, hey, don't make this mistake. Don't get so casual that you're just drawing, kind of closing your eyes and drawing slashes. Like, the slope has to, like, notice how this slope is definitely
What is that?
1 negative, it's over 1 down 1. As long as it's reasonably the same, you're fine.
This one has 2 different lines, so like, the first one that they really is like kind of correct. The harder one is not 0. So on this graph specifically, like this is exactly -1.
This isn't steep enough. See, that's supposed to, see like up here? Like, here's what they're doing wrong. This has to be a slope of -2. And I have to be able to look at their graph and realize that it's a slope of -2.
So is this
So
0?
that's,
Is
so
this
they would
0
not
or
get,
2?
as soon as they make a couple of mistakes, they're gonna not get any points.
So 0
Zero.
out of 2.
I'm sorry, so it's gonna say, yeah, if it's off
Oh
a little
my.
bit on both columns. like
It's a
one
bit of a
on each column.
judgment call, but it's not that hard. Like, there's a grid, you know how to draw a slope, so if you can't tell that it's the right slope, then they don't get the points. Like, you're not supposed to assume, Paige. You're not supposed to say, well, I guess they were right. No, were they right or were they not
This
right?
one's adding lines. They added 2 more on 0 and
Oh,
1.
the 0 and the 1, I think we're okay. Like, this one's, like, if they just didn't notice there were no dots here, I think we're okay, they can do that. Good question.